Hurricane Michael is a Category 4 hurricane and at this hour approaching landfall on the Florida Panhandle. People have been preparing for the arrival of Michael now for several days. 35 counties have issued evacuation orders ahead of the storm. Beach communities there are boarded up, and Florida Governor Rick Scott says the impact of the hurricane will be horrible, the worst storm to hit the Panhandle in a century. He said he's concerned for people who did not decide to evacuate. Let's check in with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Nick Bannon for the latest on the hurricane.
Yeah, it's really amazing, and it's amazing for the worse here as the wind speed has increased even more, now 150 miles per hour. That is 7 miles per hour short of becoming a Category 5 hurricane, and it's still moving to the north-northeast at a brisk pace of 14 miles per hour. There's the eye. We've got the clouds and radar images together, and it is really easy to see where the worst of the storm is. The strongest of the winds surround the eye, and there is the eye, not quite yet making landfall. There's Panama City, and it looks like it's either heading right for Panama City or it could just miss it a little bit to the right, depending on some of the wobbles here as it approaches land. But over the next hour to 3 hours or so, it should make landfall there in the panhandle of Florida. The updated track from the National Hurricane Center brings it ashore very soon, and it weakens, but only to a Category 2 hurricane by 8 o'clock tonight. As it goes over land, the land slows the storm down a little bit, but it's still going to be a hurricane tonight. Winds of 100 miles per hour. Then as it heads further inland, it starts affecting Georgia and the Carolinas as a tropical storm here on Thursday in the morning at 8, and it stays as a tropical storm as we head through Thursday night. Then it goes out to sea, but interestingly, it starts to strengthen even as it loses its tropical characteristics. It won't be a tropical storm then, but it's still a very strong storm as it moves out to sea. It's going to be near New England with some rain potentially for southeastern Massachusetts, the Cape and the Islands, and possibly Rhode Island, but the main heart of the storm, the worst of the storm, will stay offshore and away from New England.